G'day, mates. Ordinary average guy here. About Friday of last week, I received this guy right here from DLT Trading. I don't know if you guys have ordered any knives from DLT Trading, but they're really great over there. Anytime I order a knife, I get it within a couple days of ordering it, and no problems, no questions asked. Usually they send it priority as well. Great company, great place to buy knives. If you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. So this guy right here is the new Para 3. It's the lightweight model. I'm not going to get too much into it because we all know about the Para 3. Anybody in the knife industry, anybody involved in the knife industry knows about the knife industry, knows about this knife. So basically what they did is they made this version lighter weight. It's an ounce lighter than the original Para 3. How they achieved that was instead of G10 they used FRN scales on the handle, and they also there's no liners inside of this handle at all. It's all just FRN scales. Biggest differences between this and the original. First off, let's talk about blade steel. CTSBDN1. The original version is S30V, which kind of everybody knows about. I've never really don't have any experience with CDS BD1N. It's a carpenter steel. From what I've read, it's supposed to have about the same edge retention as a VG10 or a 154CM, which are pretty much the same steels. VG10 is just a little more corrosion resistance. They say that the BD1N has the same edge retention as those blade steel. Sorry. From what I've read, a lot of people, they really like the steel, or they found the edge retention is not great on it. It's kind of a mixed bag there. I've been using it for a week, and edge retention has been just fine for me. Although I've read people that use knives a lot harder than I do and say that BD1N just doesn't stand up like VG10 does. So, just something to keep in mind. I personally have found it to have pretty good edge retention. I've used it quite a bit. Been cutting cardboard boxes. I've been cutting various things with it, using it quite hard, and it's held up very well. Still razor sharp. But one thing everybody will agree with CDS BD1N steel is that it's very easy to sharpen, and not only easy to sharpen, but you can get a razor's edge on it very easily. So, something to keep in mind. I would just go read some of these blade forums. You can read about people's experiences with it, and then sort of make your own decision there. Some people will call it a budget steel. Some people will call it more of a mid-range steel. I found it to be pretty good. I don't mind sharpening knives. I have several knife sharpening options, but usually I can get a pretty good edge on my knives, and blade steel doesn't really affect my daily life. So anyway, blade steel's different. It's definitely a step down from S30V. I think everybody will agree with that. So biggest difference, blade steel is that it's the exact same blade shape though. It's the exact same blade print. It's just, like I said, it's just a different blade steel. As you can see there, it's made here on planet Earth, Golden, Colorado, USA, by Eric Glasser. And I think that's Saul's signature right there, or his insignia, or whatever you would call it. Just like the Para 3, it also has the compression lock. The compression lock's a great lock. It's very sturdy, very stable. I think it's a Spyderco. I know it's an Spyderco original, and I'm pretty sure it's a Spyderco exclusive. So great compression lock. Now, this one is specifically designed for righties, but lefties, I'm a lefty, and it's not, just as long as you know how to do it, you can close it with one hand. So what you do is I put my fingers on the pocket clip right there. So it's very important that you have the pocket clip on the left side of the knife. And I rest this finger on this side here, use the thumb, make sure the fingers are out of the line there, and boom, it drops close. So you can do it lefty. It definitely doesn't feel as nice as when you do it righty. It's just much easier to do that way. But it is doable with a left-handed for lefties, which I do appreciate. You guys over at Spyderco, you always think of us lefties. I've seen very few of your knives that aren't ambidextrous, and I just, thank you for that. I hound all these knife makers on Instagram. Are you guys making a lefty? Can you make me a lefty? Are you guys going to make me a lefty? I think most of them have unfriended me because of that. I mean, I'm just, just simply asking for us lefties to be involved, we like these great knife designs, and we want to be able to enjoy them just like you righties. Lefties lives matter. Hashtag. Anyway, so it is an ambidextrous knife, very left hand friendly, very flicky too. These knives are great flicky knives. Thumb flick, finger flick, spider flick, however you want to flick it, you can flick it open. Action is fantastic out of the box because you don't have to adjust the screw. Never with a Spyderco is the first thing I had to do is adjust it. It's always very action on it is the way it's supposed to be when it comes from the factory. I think they do a great job of quality control, and that's no exception with this guy. So like I said, one thing they did is they did take the liners out of here, so the handle is a little flimsy. You can feel it right there. A lot of people have the same complaint about the Benchmade bug out. Another thing is this pocket clip. I love the wire pocket clip, but inevitably and unavoidably that it will start to dig into you down here with these little lumps here, just because of the nature of this wire clip. And there's two, you can kind of be on the fence with either one, right? You can either want a deep carry pocket clip so that it carries well in your pocket. But I found that ergonomically, just a standard pocket clip, it feels much better against your hand, just because it doesn't have to have that big lump at the back to fit, deep inside your pocket. So, it's kind of 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Do you want it to sit better in your pocket, or do you want it to feel better in your hand? And I think it all depends on the situation and what you're using the knife for. So for me, it's not a deal breaker by any means, but just keep that in mind. This wire clip does do a little, provide a little hot spot on it. Besides that, hot spots on this knife, there's not a whole lot. There is a slight bit of hot spot here from the edges on this, which is a complaint I hear a lot about these knives. Any of these FRN Spyderco knives, that they could do a little more chamfering along these edges here. But it's not terrible. It's not a deal breaker for me. I think the ergos on this are really well done. When you hold it with this deep choil right here, thumb rests right above the back, right on top of the back of the Spidey hole here, and it feels really good in hand. I've always wanted a Para 3, and this is just a good option. So another thing, guys, I don't know if this is just me and I have bad luck, but it just seems like every knife I get from the Golden, Colorado factory, that the sharpened edge is horrendous. Anybody that watches my videos knows that's the very first thing I look at when I get a knife. There we go. So look at just how uneven that is. It just bugs the living shit out of me. I just don't, I don't have that experience with the Seki City factory. I don't have that experience with the Taichung factory. It's just with this Golden, Colorado Earth factory. For me, I don't understand how the guy sharpening the knives is not the world's best knife sharpener, especially for a company like Spyderco. And if your guy is that bad at it, just get the machine to do it. I know you guys have one. I've seen the tour of your factory. So, let's get this locked down, guys. Come on. It's the simplest thing to me. If I can do it with my limited resources here at my house, I think you guys should be able to handle it with all those machines. Besides that, though, guys, it's a great little entry option. $91. I would like to see that price come down to maybe 70, 75. I think that'd be a much better price for this guy. $91 takes it right up in line with this guy right here, which I think is the best sub $100 knife on the market right now. It's the Giant Mouse Iona, which I'm going to be doing a review on. So I think for $91 there are better options, but if you wanted to get into a Para, $130 is too much for you. I think this is a great little option to get into. It's made here in the USA by a great company. And, I don't mind this BD1N steel. I don't have any complaints about it. But please, like I said, before you get it, go and read a little bit more. People have a very mixed bag of, very mixed feelings about this blade steel. So I definitely suggest before you buy it, just do a little bit of research. It's pretty easy to find some Blade Forum stuff on it. So, check it out before you buy this thing. Besides that, though, it feels, man, this thing is so lightweight. When I pulled it out, I was just like, wow, they definitely lightened the weight on this thing like they claimed. They did, especially compared to the original. And, but it's still got all the same great ergos as the original. But just keep in mind the wire pocket clip is a little diggy too, a little hot spotty. So anyway, that's my review, guys. Check it out. If you want to get into the Para 3, this is a good little budget option. If you got $100 burning a hole in your pocket, though, my suggestion, my definitely, 100%, I would suggest getting one of these guys. This is the Giant Mouse Iona. Comes in several different models. It feels like almost like an assisted opening. The action on it is amazing. M390 steel, and it's just a great budget option under $100. I definitely would suggest this over this. If you want a Spyderco Para 3 though, and you didn't want to pay $135 for it, this is also a great option. Okay, so that's sort of my take on that. Now, if you haven't checked out my Victorinox review. So I did an unboxing of the Leatherman P2, and then I did a review on the Victorinox Spirit, which is the plier-based multi-tool by Victorinox. I'm giving this away. I'm giving this one away. Very, very good condition. It's very lightly used just for, for the purposes of review. And, I'm giving it away to one of you lucky viewers. All you have to do is go over to the review of this guy, check it out, and then subscribe to my channel, and then leave a comment. And then I'll put you in the drawing. I'm drawing May 23rd, 2019. I'll be doing a drawing for this knife. Randomly choose one of my lovely listeners to win this bad boy. So if you haven't gotten over there, check this out. Check out my review. Leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel, and you could be the lucky bugger that walks away with this. You got nothing to lose. I mean, if you hate my channel, all you have to do is unsubscribe once I give this thing away. And it could be you. It could be you walking home with this guy. So, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, fellas. Thanks a lot for all my viewers, everybody that comments. I promise I'll respond. And, hopefully you subscribe to my channel and you like my videos. And right after this, I'm going to do an unboxing. I just bought a new GoPro 7. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that, which will come right after this one. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you liked this review. If you did, please like, dislike, comment. Tell me how much you hate it. Tell me how much you love it. But most importantly, thank you for watching, and have yourself a great week. I'll be back next week with another one. Thanks.